Hello everyone, welcome to Timsy's Naked Tarots. Don't worry, Timsy is not naked. The tarot reads are naked, by which I mean I strip out as much astrology as I can. Basically, by the end of the tarot read, I won't be telling you your person could be anyone or dealing with anyone because of the type of tarot cards that have come out. We are dealing with an Aquarian twin flame. If you think you have an Aquarian twin flame, this could be your read. It may or may not resonate with you. It is a general read. I am dealing with more than one incoming energy, which means it might be your energy I'm dealing with. It might not be, which means it might not resonate with you as well. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry. Maybe your Aquarian might be an Aquarian by birth, but maybe there's a lot more other stuff in their birth chart which makes them act differently. We are dealing with the Three of Cups, which came out in the All Signs overview I done for this particular round of reads. It was a full moon, overview, which basically means this is something coming to fruition, normally from about 6 months ago, when the full moon was a new moon in the same sign. In this particular case, it was a Capricorn. Okay. So we got victory to go with our Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is communication. Okay, they may be communicating to you about who they are currently with, because while they were sort of like not with you, they have found other people trying to find you within them, but failing miserably. So yeah, they might be talking about that. They might be talking about who they were with when they first met you, and that might have been what stopped them from actually coming towards you in the first place. With the Six of Wands, that is a victory or recognition. I think it's recognition for your hard work more than theirs. Okay, and a Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is the Wounded Warrior card. It's I tend to see it as a boxing match, and the bell's gone, and they've stopped fighting for that minute or so while they take on a bit of refreshments, get the sweat and blood wiped off them before they go in for the next round. So I'm going to sort of suggest perhaps they're building for the next round. Perhaps they're thinking they might get victory in the next round. And now this next round might be a fight with their current person, so they can free themselves up and come towards you. It might be a fight with you to try to clear the air and start afresh. Just there is going to be the energies of how your Aquarian is thinking about you, like the 3D energy. Just here is going to be how they feel about you, like the 5D energy, what their soul is sort of saying. Just there is the actions they want to take towards you. Just here is what's blocking them, and obviously there is something blocking them. You're here watching a tarot reading about it instead of cuddling up to them on the sofa. And just there is going to be the overall outcome the universe is hoping for at the moment. Okay, obviously we can all get in the way of the universe's plans with our own free will, be you a runner or the runny. The runny. Oh, I put that one up right. Okay, normally I'll keep them down until I'm ready to do them. Right. Okay, so obviously they're linked. Their heart and their soul and their mind have all finally linked together. So in the 3D, in their mind, what they are thinking that, well, you are their twin soulmate. Okay, you are their twin flame. It's the twin flame card out of the tarot deck, one of the twin flame cards out of the tarot deck. It's generally a coming together of energies. They're thinking, I want to come together with you. Okay, so let's get some clarifiers on that. The Capricorn main energy from the overall overview I done was a Two of Cups. So perhaps there's something in the Capricorn read which may bear relevance to your read. Okay, there might be. I'm not saying that all of a sudden your Aquarian has turned into a Capricorn. Perhaps you may be a Capricorn, but you know what star sign you are, so that doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter what star sign you are while you're watching this, because this is in all signs. Okay, because we are dealing with Aquarian runners. Okay, so the Eight of Swords. Yes, they're thinking about you, the Empress. Okay, the Divine Feminine. Yeah, they're realizing that they're the Divine Masculine. They probably have been doing research into twin flame soul connections. They've probably been Googling things like, why do I feel this way about this person? One of the things which they've stumbled across within that those answers are twin flame connections. So they've started looking into twin flame connections. They've realized that they're the divine masculine. They've realized that you're the divine feminine. They realized that they had the opportunity to have everything. The universe was literally offering them the perfect relationship on a plate, and they ran away from it because they couldn't handle the emotions at the time. Or actually, let's be realistic about this. The universe actually pushed you apart after showing you to each other so you could grow. Okay, the main thing they had to learn was vulnerability. They had to learn to put their heart and their emotions on the line, and the universe caused the separation for them to come back and do that. In a nutshell. Okay, so crossing all this connection of energy, this overthinking. Sorry, the Eight of Swords is just basically overthinking. They're just continuously thinking about you. It's like everything they think about comes back to you, the Empress, the fertile one, the one who seems to be lucky, the one who seems to be loving, caring, and everything they've always ever wanted in someone, but just never gave you the chance to prove that to them. Well, something's died. This is what's pushing all their thinking at the moment. It's their old way has died. Their out of balanced emperor has died. So what? Something has been reborn in its place, and that is the fact that they have got it all together. Getting it all together. They're putting everything in. They're becoming a balanced emperor. They're ready for commitment. Look, that's the card underneath that. What's underneath that? Oh, for the lovers, the universe's choice. They're ready to commit to what the universe wants. The universe's choice. Oh, look, it's the emperor, the divine masculine, what they are. And I was talking about an unbalanced emperor and a balanced emperor, and they're now a balanced emperor. Oh, look, they want to start a new love. There you go. So, you just can't write this stuff, can you? Okay. So, what they're feeling in their soul. They're feeling the burdens. They're feeling the burdens of not actually being with you. They're feeling the burdens of the time they've missed with you. And this time could be, well, any amount of time, really. It could be a couple of months, or it could be like 5 or 6 years. Okay? You all have your own different paths you're travelling. We're all going to the same destination, but we're all travelling them in different paths, different routes, different speeds, different vehicles, if you will. So yeah, they're sort of a bit burdened by the time they've lost. Their soul is releasing these burdens, though. It's like when the mind is thinking, oh, I could have been with this person for the last 2 years instead of running around trying to find this person within someone else. The soul's sort of saying, oh well, never mind, you've realised that now. That's one more of these wands I can drop down. Okay, eventually it will drop all these wands. It'll drop 9 of them until it's left with one wand, an Ace of Wands, which is the passionate new beginning. You could be at any stage, well, they could be at any stage of dropping those wands. And the 10s generally lead to a new start of some description. In their soul, it's choices. They see there are still multiple ways, well, their soul sees, there is still multiple ways of getting to you. Yeah, how they feel about you is, I could possibly just throw a little lifeline out and try the friendship route and build from that. I could go in full hug with roses and chocolates and bending down to a knee. However it may sort of come to you, because it is coming, because the card after this in the overview was the Knight of Pentacles. It's something what takes its time, but it does eventually happen. Okay, and the card before this in the overview was the Two of Cups, which has already come out here, which was for Capricorn, and that's kind of saying it's a coming together of energies, a realization of what like you had a twin flame or whatever. So yeah, when we got the Two of Pentacles, this is the juggling, if you will, the juggling of emotions, the juggling of feelings, the juggling of energies changing. Yeah, things don't just happen in a blink. Well, some things do, like being hit by a car and stuff like that. But generally, as we talk about energies in tarot reads and not car accidents, yeah, it don't happen in a blink of an eye. Yeah, one energy starts coming in, one energy is going out at the same time. Yeah, the tide comes in, and then the tide stays there for a little while. It's not coming in anymore, it's not going out. And that's this Two of Pentacles. It's that crossover bit. You end up juggling the old with the new, basically. Okay, crossing this is the Four of Pentacles. Within their soul, they're hanging on to your energy. They've been hanging on to your energy in their soul since the first moment they saw you. They just didn't realize it. They were just hanging on to something then. That realization is coming about just sort of in between there and there. They speak two different languages. The mind and the soul speak two different languages. You need an interpreter. That's your heart, okay? And sometimes it's like what the heart or what the mind wants, the heart gets, and what the heart wants, the mind gets, things like that. The heart can talk to both, understands both. Or your heart chakra, should I say, not necessarily your heart. Your heart, at the end of the day, is just an organ to pump blood around your body. Four of Pentacles showing itself again during the shuffle. Okay, so what they want to do is they want to come and communicate to you. Well, we knew that. It's the Three of Cups. I've already said that right at the beginning. They want to talk about their emotions, their feelings, how much they love you, all that sort of stuff. Okay. I was already shuffling for this one. They want to talk to you how they've died and they've changed. I don't mean they've physically died. That'd be a bit hard for them to come and talk to you at all then, unless they're doing it in spirit and you're a medium. But basically how their old ways have died, how their running ways have died, and the fact that they're willing to embrace these emotions and give it a go. We got the Devil out as well, though. This would be the talk about the third parties that they may have been in, and the things like that. This it happens in relationships. It's going to be the talk about the things you don't actually want to hear. Okay, you know it's probably happened, but you don't want to hear. Some of you might have physical evidence that it's happened. Yeah, your person may be a woman, and they may have had a child within your separation. So you know they've definitely been with someone, okay, unless their name's Mary. But yeah, so this will be that they're going to talk to you about absolutely everything, okay? And it could also be slightly obsessive. They may come across maybe not unhinged, but maybe a little bit creepy. Yeah, perhaps they might talk to you about things that you thought you had kept under wraps, but they have found out about throughout watching your social medias and the like, and they've pieced things together and they've filled in the blanks, and they've been using their intuition. And they have it just as much as we do, and they've been using their intuition to fill in the blanks. Perhaps not long after you two broke up, if you ever got together with them, yeah, they kept seeing a car parked near your house and things like that, and they eventually worked out whose car this was. So they worked out that, oh well, literally days, weeks, months after we went our separate ways, you started seeing someone else, and you were keeping it secret because the car weren't parked on your drive and it weren't parked near your house. It was down the road from your house. You went out and you met them up, possibly in the same meeting spot that they met you, like you, okay? So let's see what's crossing this. The Eight of Cups. Well, this doesn't surprise me. This has come out for the majority of the reads. The overall energy of the overview I done was Rado. Rado is all about the journey, okay? What you do on the journey, what you learn on the journey, and the like, what you see on the journey, what you realize on the journey. It's not about the departure, it's not about the destination, it's about the actual journey. For instance, if you get a flat tire and you have to pull into the lay-by, the person who pulls in to help you might be a soulmate, and they might have this vital bit of information they have to give you. Okay, you might never see this person again. It might be like a recovery person or something like that. But they generally chat to you about this, that, and the other, and there's something within their chat they say, which is something you need, and that's what has happened to them. Somewhere on their journey, all the realizations have come about, and these realizations have led them and driven them to think, I have to communicate with my twin flame. I have to talk to them. I've realized that they are my twin flame. I've realized they're my empress. I've realized that they are my divine counterpart. I need to at the very least, just explain that I understand it all now and see where it goes from there. Okay. For a couple of you, it's an indication that they have to travel towards you. Maybe you've moved away from the area. Maybe they've moved away from the area. For others of you, perhaps they're on holiday when these realizations have happened. Yeah, complete random strangers talking to them about things will echo their own experiences, and they're suddenly sort of thinking, as soon as I get back from holiday, I've got to do this. And that's where the obsession comes in from the devil as well. As soon as I can, I got to travel there. I got to do this. I got to chat with them. Okay, and there's the intuition I was talking about, and their intuition of piecing things is Smeagol, piecing things together. Yeah, where they don't realize it at the time, but they've noticed the car and they've noticed the pattern of when it turns up and all that. And I'm not saying that they were stalking you, but perhaps they used to drive past your house every day after work, something like that. So their intuition of piecing things together. The Five of Pentacles, they don't want to be left out in the cold anymore. They want to have something warm and loving with you. And the Knight of Pentacles after that, which is that inevitability. We talked about that. When I was talking down there, I talked about that because that's the next card I'm pulling on in this particular round. The Hangman, they're looking at everything differently. And we'll see what the last one is. The Fool, they want to start afresh with you. Okay, you see, you're lucky, Aquarius. Not all the signs get reads like this. And it's not Aquarius, I'm talking to you. Okay. So if you have an Aquarian runner, you're lucky, because I haven't done this with all the signs, showing you like deep dives into the underneath cards, what the universe is trying to tell us. Right, let's see what is blocking them. The Knight of Wands is blocking them. Yeah, I'm not actually going to say they're a player. I'm not actually even going to say it's their own passionate wants and needs which is blocking them. I'm going to say it's someone else's. I feel that is someone else's energy. There is someone in their life at the moment who came in as a player but is kind of making them trapped. Okay, maybe they're very good at doing something that your Aquarian likes. Maybe that could be making money, that could be sexual pleasure, anything like that. But there's something which causes this player within their lives to trap them. Okay. Basically, what this player keeps doing, what keeps them trapped, which keeps changing their mind, yeah, is they keep setting the intention of making the wishes come true. Okay. They don't say these exact words, but they basically imply that, well, I'm not your twin flame, but I can be as good as your twin flame. I can give you everything you want, everything you need. Yeah, the Nine of Cups, I can emotionally fulfill you. The problem is, in a twin flame situation, well, you're already emotionally fulfilled from that first moment. Okay, it's the rest of life what needs fulfilling. This player energy which is blocking them, yes, it can emotionally fulfill them, and it don't have to be a lover. It could be a parent or a partner, or a brother or a sister, a sibling, something like that. So they're sort of, it's this energy of, normally I would say, is seeing what they want, going in, getting what they want, and then getting out again and carrying on doing what they want to do. In this particular case, is like always offering what the Aquarian wants, always offering what the Aquarian needs, yeah, and somehow managing to produce it. That could be coming off of their own manifestations. Perhaps they're very good at manifesting. Okay, the Five of Cups, there is the other thing about what is blocking and what's driving this is the loss and the sorrow. Okay, this other person can't handle the loss of your Aquarian. After all, it's your twin flame. They're immensely special to you, but every person is special. And to this player, they are borderline just as special to you or them as they are to you, but maybe for different reasons, different ways. Maybe this Aquarian is their dream come true, and it's like they will do literally absolutely anything to keep hold of them. Okay. I kind of felt Seven of Swords and Five of Swords as I was shuffling for them, but they haven't come out because we've got the travels again. Perhaps that's who they're on holiday with at the moment. Perhaps that's where they've moved to. Okay, and it's moving away, and perhaps this is like the outcome. They feel the loss if this person, your Aquarian, moved away from them. But it's justice. Yeah, everything don't last forever. Even your twin flame connection won't last forever. It will come to an end at some point, one way or another, on this time round. Okay, well, they feel an energy connection to them as well. Now, they could be a soulmate. They could be a deep soulmate. This blockage, and yeah, you're thinking, well, they could even be like another twin flame. Yeah, and now I know you're definitely sort of saying, well, how can that be, Simon? Well, it's quite simple. In the realms of science, if something is possible, the likelihood of it is it will happen. Okay, so if your soul can split into two, then your soul can split into 3 or 4 or 5. Yeah. Another way of looking at the whole twin flame situation is perhaps the reason it's a twin flame is because it's your soul. Okay, part of your soul. Now, a lot of people would explain it as like your soul splits into 2 and goes into 2 different people, but it could be the fact that it's a different lifetime. Yeah, and you're overlapping lifetimes. That's why some lifetimes you have twin flames and sometimes you don't. Now, obviously you have more than one lifetime, so perhaps you're a past lifetime, they're a current lifetime, and these are a future lifetime, and you've all overlapped at the same moment of time. Yeah, perhaps you may be 50, they may be 40 or 30, say, and this person here may be 20. Yeah, they're all overlapping at the same time. So there is this connection of energy to this blockage as well, and there is an energy of hanging on. They're hanging on just as much as they're hanging on to you. Yeah, so your Aquarian's hanging on to you, being greedy and not letting go of your energy, but at the same time they're being greedy and not letting go of the Aquarian's energy, and this is what's holding them all back, and that's causing pain. Okay, and it's not just causing pain for them, it's causing pain for the Aquarian, it's causing pain for you. Okay, so let's see what the outcome is. It's the Hanged Man. And if you remember, I think we saw the Hanged Man in one of my deep delves into the underlying energies, the universal energy. Okay, and so we have the Four of Pentacles just flew out as I was shuffling. The Hangman is basically looking at things differently. I've just given you a few, it could be a karmic soulmate as well. I've just given you a few different examples of what soulmates can be, what twin flames can be. That's what this Hanged Man is all about, looking at things differently. This is kind of like advice for you, although we are dealing with an Aquarian runner, whatever sign you are, is perhaps you just have to hang back a little bit and look at the situation differently. Yes, you have this amazing feel and this amazing pull towards your twin flame, but it doesn't mean you have to do it now. Okay, there's one option. Perhaps you were always destined to be with your twin flame 5 years down the line from when you're watching this. Okay, so it's a hanging back energy. This is a mixture of fear and greed this time. Okay, the Four of Pentacles is always normally like hanging on to something. It's saving for the sake of saving. It's hoarding if you're a hoarder. It's prepping. It's a perfect prepping card. If you're a prepper, the energy of you prepping emits to the universe as a hoarder. I'm hanging on to things I don't actually need for this moment. Okay, because in the universe's eyes, it is just this moment. There is no future, there is no past. It's just this moment. Everything is this moment. The future is this moment. The past is this moment. So you're hanging on to all this stuff and you don't actually need it. Prepping. But you may need it one day. You may need it this moment. And there's the fear. The fear what goes with all that hoarding, saving, hanging on to things, that you are going to lose it somehow. Okay? All right. Coming from the bottom of the deck, because this is basically a universe question we are asking, is what's driving this Four of Pentacles? Well, we got the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is actually coming from your Aquarian side. This is the soul slowly transitioning. Yeah, because we're going from... This also tells me we're halfway between the 10 and the Ace. I think there's a tarot deck out there called the After Tarot or something like that, which literally deals with all the energies in between the cards. So instead of having a 10, it has a 10.5. Okay, so the energy between a 10 and an Ace of Wands. And instead of having an Ace, it will have an Ace 0.5, which is the energies between the Ace and the 2. And so, but for those tarot readers who don't use that deck or have that deck, we just kind of go with the intuition of what we feel. I said right near the beginning, this is moving towards an Ace. It's not at the Ace yet. The soul is still dropping burdens. It is an Ace what's driving their energies of hanging on to your energy. Okay, the Magician there it's very book meaning. I'm sorry about this. It is pretty much everything. They have everything they need to actually move towards you. They've got all 4 aces and they've got the big star. Okay, it's an energy for you of everything is set. On your side, you've already made up your mind. Okay, you may not realize that, and it may drift off that idea and drift back onto that idea, but 9 times out of 10 you are in an energy of that decision. Yeah, if they come back to me now, I would just shut the door in their face, laugh at them, tell them to jog on. But there are some of you who keep telling yourself that, but you know you'll actually open the door and hear them out and see where it's going to go. And there's some of you who just literally open your arms, wrap them around this person, drag them in and make mad passionate love, and then see where it's all going to go. Whatever your situation is, whatever your path you're walking down is taking you on that particular one, it's set. That is what is going. Every time you drift off that and think, oh well, no, if they come to me now, I would just slam the door in their face. But most of the time you're thinking, actually, I'll just wrap my arms around them and cry in their hair or something like that. Yeah, that is the energy you will actually go with when they come back, and they are likely to come back. Okay, we've seen that the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is my next read. The last 3 or 4 of my All Sides overview are probably, out of all of them, the most likely to return to you. Okay, crossing all this is the King of Pentacles. Okay, success. The King of Pentacles is very successful in everything he turns his hand to, and it's not just pure dumb luck, which emanates off that Empress energy. And I know it's not dumb luck. There's no such thing as dumb luck. It's actually an energy of attraction, okay, which just makes you appear lucky to everyone else. It makes you appear lucky to you sometimes. Oh, God, that was lucky that deer ran out in front of me and made me slow down, because that made me avoid the accident, or that made me late for something else, which then coincided with me not having the interview, going to the pub instead, having a pub lunch and meeting someone who I got on with really well. Okay, and for maybe 1 or 2 of you, actually meeting your real twin flame instead of your karmic or false twin flame, who you are now watching and read about. Yeah, I feel that energy. There is 1 or 2 of you in there, and you've actually questioned this yourself. It brings me on to the fact that most twin flame energy reads that are done on YouTube is always about the divine feminine being in the divine feminine seat and the divine masculine being in the divine masculine seat. Okay, the laws of averages say that is not the only connections that there are. There are some where there are two divine feminines, two people who feel like they are the one who didn't run, yeah, and they both kind of ran from each other. And you also have two divine masculines, both people who did actually run from each other, but feel like the other person should come to them first. And then occasionally, and probably the least likely of them all, is you have a divine masculine who's awoken. Okay, they awoke before the divine feminine did, and they are the ones in the divine feminine seat, and the divine feminine is still actually fast asleep to all these feelings and emotions, and that's why they are acting like a divine masculine, even though they are actually the divine feminine. If I have time, I will do 3 little reads on them at the end, and you are the only persons I have told about that. Everyone else is just going to find out about it. But anyway, they work hard. The King of, getting back to this crossing card, the King of Pentacles works hard to make his success. He doesn't sit around idly. He works hard. He creates opportunities, and then those opportunities appear to be lucky breaks for people, yeah, viewing from the outside world. When this all comes together, it's going to appear like a lucky break. It's not. It's going to be well worked by the universe, you and them. But possibly, if everyone's going down the universe's planned route, which, let's face it, we did see the Lovers come out up there, the divine masculine is on board with that. You may not be, okay? You may meet someone who is just as good as your divine feminine or your divine masculine, but is a deep soulmate instead of a twin flame, and you might go down that path instead. You might just see that path just hiding in the trees and think, oh, where does that one lead? So you go down there, and the universe just like face palms itself again. But there will be success for the bulk of you who are watching this within this connection, okay? It might not come tomorrow and it might not come next week, but somewhere down the line, okay? The Knight of Pentacles is not out anywhere yet, but there is definitely an energy of it. Like, for instance, after this, we got the choice has to be made. And one of you two are looking at a choice. It needs to be worked on. As I said, the King of Pentacles doesn't just magic his fucking finances out of nothing, his success out of nothing. He works hard to make that success happen. There's judgment, something from your past coming back to your present, okay, to affect your future, a second chance, if you will. And after that, we have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is an energy of rushing in to express one certain point, to relay one specific part of information. It's not going to be someone coming rushing in talking about the weather and how Greg's makes wonderful bacon and cheese puffs, and some of my colleagues, if they are watching this, are saying not as good as yours, Simon. But no, I'm big-headed, aren't I? And there is the Five of Wands. Now, this Five of Wands is not the conflict it normally is. This Five of Wands is more of the testing side of the Five of Wands. You the viewer, will be tested, okay, to see if you are actually still on your divine path and ready to accept the twin flame when they come. As I already mentioned, this test will probably be, the universe will throw a deep soulmate in your way to lure you away from the path. If you go with them, it's all well and good. It'll be your reward, okay, for going down the twin flame path with the universe anyway. But it is a test to see if you are actually ready or not. And it depends on your circumstances. Some of your tests, it will succeed if you go with them. Some of your tests will fail if you go with them. It all depends on what the universe has planned on you. And the Wheel of Fortune, I will stop my work on that. There's a 10 as well, the 10 of Pentacles. And the new love is approaching. Again, this is a 10.5. And this Pentacles is Cups, not Pentacles. It's a 10.5. It's the Ace of Cups is going to be given this time. The Wheel of Fortune, the energies, the situations are all changing. The Five of Wands, there is some sort of test coming for you. The Knight of Swords, some sort of important information coming speeding towards you. The Judgment, a second chance with something. The working hard card of the Eight of Pentacles, the choice you have to make right at the beginning. And it might not be your choice, it might be their choice. Okay. So if you have an Aquarian runner, that was your read. Hopefully it resonates with you. If it does resonate with you, that is all good and fantastic. If you like the read, please hit the like button. If you want to subscribe to my channel, feel free. I will be starting a membership soon, which will be kind of like, you unfortunately do have to pay for it, but I will be putting extras on there. I quite often go through a read and I try to give you as much information as I can without having to dive into an extended. I don't like the idea of making you go to somewhere else and pay for a video. But I might do extendeds on there because I quite often go through a read and I leave myself with questions thinking, oh, what if it's this way? What if it's that way? And sometimes I might just do an extended to clarify for myself. Okay, sometimes I do that just off air. I do it for myself just to see, because I'm kind of inquisitive and nosy like that. Sometimes gets me into trouble. So yes, I will be starting a membership soon. So if you want to subscribe, subscribe, and then you will get notifications for all my other reads I do. All because you are a certain star sign, and all because your person is a certain star sign. As I said near the beginning, doesn't necessarily mean you or they are acting like those star signs. So sometimes it does pay to watch other star signs as well. There is always information, and sometimes just good general life tips in them for you. Yeah, I think I covered everything. Share it out if you want to think this is for someone else. You can do that if you want. Feel free to comment as well. I do like getting the comments. It makes me feel like I've done something extra special in a read because you have taken the extra time to write the comment. I'm probably talking to maybe just one viewer now, because normally at this point of the video everyone's dropped off and left because the end of the read is done. They don't need to hang around to find out anything else. So hope you all have a wonderful time. Hope you have a wonderful week. And hope you all tune in probably in your case about a fortnight. I'm going to try to get it done earlier this time round for the next energy overview I do, which is going to be a new moon in Cancer, I think, and that will be tomorrow sometime. Well, tomorrow from when I'm recording this. So yeah, you can all experience a little taste of what Cancers go through during their life. Okay, with all their emotional mood swings and everything, because you will all be going through that as well on this new moon in Cancer. Hope you all have a wonderful time. Catch you all soon.